really, the very key to success is what? Communication. You heard this, right? Key to success is communication. Now, how do you communicate? By talking, by opening up your mouth to anyone you meet. You share your ideas. This is talk. But see, what does it take when we talk? Abraham Lincoln actually wrote a book. I read a long time ago. And in one of his pages, he mentioned about the power of talking. Okay, and I'd like to discuss that this evening. The power of talking. While everyone, all the men would be smoking their cigars, okay? You know, the politicians, they'll be talking. Abraham Lincoln would spend time with the wives, talking to the wives. But see, his way of talking was not, he's not the one talking, he's just basically listening. He was listening. And he got great ideas from the wives who were very much involved in the day-to-day household of America. And a lot of his great ideas actually came about from hearing, from listening. In fact, there was a study recently on communication. Okay? They sent 5 people on all different flights, and there is an assigned beside them sitting, right? It's a person who's meant to interview them or talk to them. Okay? And after the flight is over, this would be like an hour, 3-hour flight sometimes, right? They would be interviewed, right? These people that were interviewed would be interviewed, right, about the person sitting right to them, how they were as a person. Okay? The thing is, these people that were meant to interview some passengers, right, they were told that they should not divulge their name, should not give an address, no information. They should not give any information. All they need to do is listen. So your task is to talk to someone, but you don't talk to them. You get this? Now, how do you do that? It's an art form then. So what happens after the whole talk? Basically, because they were just listening, the passenger sitting beside them just simply started talking about their lives, and all they did was listen. And you know their response, all of them, their response is the same. They said they had the best person that they spoke to on that flight. But all that guy did was listen. So the interviewer would ask them, so what's the name of the guy? And they go, I don't know. Where does he live? Oh, I don't know. They don't know anything about that guy, but all that guy did was actually listen. So Abraham Lincoln emphasizes on this. So on his communication on talking, he defines TALKING. Okay? And this is very easy to remember. So T stands for, in talking, T stands for timing. So when you talk to someone, timing is crucial. What is timing? Just like in an engine, if you don't have the timing in an engine, it won't run. In music, without the timing of a melody on instrument, if it's out of tune, if the timing is not there, you won't have music. So similarly, when you talk to someone, when you present to someone about an idea, sometimes you wonder they don't catch it. How come they didn't join me? Because your timing was not there. That's what it's all about. Like you wonder, how come I spent an hour with this guy and he joined another person? And you wonder. The timing wasn't right. So there's what you call a tee off. You know tee off? You know in golf, there's what you call the tee off, the first shot. God, it's such a ritual for a lot of players. They put this ball there and they do their stress. Before they hit the ball, there's just so much preparation that went to it because they could just sham the ball and the ball won't fly. So they call it the tee off. Teeing off refers to the full preparation just so that you're on the right timing when you speak to someone. The question is, do you even prepare? Do you have that timing when you talk? So timing and talking, sometimes you try to catch someone, either they're just getting married, or sometimes you might be doing some presentation to someone who just had a funeral, or, he's in a party, or he's on his phone, or whatever. Especially today, it's just so hard to find that timing when you talk to someone. But that is very crucial. And when you start to talk to someone, you must be looking at those timings, meaning preparation. What's the next one? A. A is for appreciation. When you talk to someone, you can't just be talking at them. Like sometimes when you're presenting, you're just so into your presentation, you just want your spiel. And they're rejecting it. They're having some conflict. Oh, this is like this is like that. And you end up defending, and you end up arguing with them. You say, no, you're trying, because you feel you're being attacked. So instead of being able to penetrate, what you end up is this person ends up a bitter argument with them because they're attacking you. In fact, they're not attacking you. They just have a lot of concern, right? And appreciation means that you try to be in their shoe, be in their space. Why is this guy having these issues? What's his issues? What's his concern? And try to answer that one by one. You cannot be talking to someone and not appreciate that person. The reason you're communicating, because you want to give something. The whole meaning of presenting, like presenting an idea. It's a present. It's a gift. So when you want to give someone a gift, you prepare it nicely. You put it in a nice box. You wrap it depending on the person's, that you cannot have a same presentation to one single person. Every person, you have to wrap their gift in a different way. And that gift becomes valuable, whatever you're presenting. So normally when I talk to someone, they call me master of one-on-one. Well, kind of like became a label, but I try to find out about that person, who I'm going to be speaking to. Has he been into some network marketing company before? Has he been scammed? What's his story? Because knowing his story would be easier for me now to tailor my presentation to what he needs to hear. That is appreciation. What's letter L? Listening. How can you listen while you talk? Do you know your eyes? Like right now, I'm talking, but I'm actually listening. Because by looking, I can somehow sense. Okay, I can sense what you're feeling, what you're thinking. If you're appreciating the direction of my talk, you get to sense this. If you're open, accepting me. If you're looking at your time, you're rushing, I would know, right? And you would, it's not rocket science. When you're talking to someone and they keep on looking at their phone, wishing it's going to ring, right? They're looking at their watch. What are they telling you? Huh? They're rushing. But you're still doing your thing. They're rushing. You're seeing it, but you're not listening. And you're thinking, well, they didn't tell me. You know what I mean? It's their fault. They didn't tell me. No, they're ashamed, or they don't want to. Of course, they just don't want to tell you off. They're being polite. But at the same time, they're just not there with you. So how can you present? So you're failing to listen. You're failing to listen to them. So listening means you observe what this person is going through. You ask. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, how much time does he have? Or sometimes you call them for some meeting, oh, just 10 minutes, but then you have a whole 2-hour spiel, which is a killer. You know, do you guys still do those 4 hours presentation? I hope not. I never done those 1-hour presentation. It's just, I won't sit down for an hour. Would you watch a video for more than 15 minutes? Right now, today, the millennials today won't even watch a video more than a minute. It should be Instagrammable, you know, less than a minute. That's it. So try presenting to them for an hour. That would be really tough. So you try to really tailor it, listen to what they need. So it's a different approach. Okay? So listening, when you speak of listening, this is very crucial, that you're very sensitive. You observe on people, especially in the type of business we're in. So TAL, and you have K for talk, talking, ING. K stands for what? Knowledge. Is knowledge important? Yes. You got to know about the subject matter that you want to talk about. Know about the background of the company. Okay, know about the product. Know about the plan. Not just that, but what's going on, you know? What's going on with the company? What's in reality? I know why you came here. You came here so you could get more knowledge, because knowledge is what? It's your bullet. It's your ammunition. Imagine when you're talking to someone and you start, when you talk, what happens? You engage in, you have an engagement, and the engagement is like a battle. And you start engaging with someone and you're shooting, but there's no bullets. You lose. Talking, key to success is communication. But for you to communicate, you must be knowledgeable about what you're talking about. If you don't have the bullet and you're just guessing, I would know in a minute. Your prospect would know in a minute. And what happens? You immediately die. You lose your prospect. Because what is there? He's asking a question and you scratch your head. So knowledge is important. Even if you're caught that you don't know the question, don't pretend you know. You just say, oh, that's every time I asked questions a long time ago and I don't have the answer, I go, this is such a great question. Let me write it. I'll come back in a day and I'll find out. Thank you so much for raising this. Then you move along. And by doing this, what am I doing exactly? I'm appreciating his concern. I'm not pretending I know the answer. I don't know the answer. I say I don't know. But man, this good thing you came up with this question. I have to ask this question myself. So you're training yourself. Someone gets to help you come up with the questions that you never thought of regarding the company, the product, the plan. And you go back. You go to upline. You go to the company and find out and ask. And come back with a question, with an answer. And you go back to that person. And that person would now bond with you because he would appreciate that, hey, this guy is really honest. He came back. He gave me the answer. And that's like immediately you're bonding. The relationship is being established. So this is talking. T-A-L-K. Then we have next one. I is the most important thing as well. Integrity. When you talk to someone, why do you give a business card? Why do you think the tradition is to give a business card? Because I want you to know I'm not a one night company, right? So I give you my name. There's an email. You could check the website. You could check my address, and you could sort of like do your due diligence. And I'm trying to establish my integrity by giving you a business card, right? And in the process of talking, right, I'll try to find out. You're from Kerala. Oh yeah, my aunt used to work there, and then somehow try to like fish whether the teacher is my teacher in high school as well. And then you'll realize, hey, yeah, he's your teacher as well. Then immediately you have affinity. What are you establishing? Integrity. When you talk to people, especially your initial presentation, you need to establish trust. How do you establish trust? Integrity. So the problem with integrity, see, your past, in fact, you've already established an integrity. If you're like 40, 30, 25 years old today, right, you already have a track record of integrity. Let's say, for example, you had some debts in your town. You owe people some money. 500 here, 200 there, $1,000, but you never paid them. And here you are, you come back to town from abroad, you just joined QNet, and you want to save the whole community by signing them up. Okay? And you start showing plans to the people that you borrowed money from. I mean, who else? We have common friends. But see, before you could even present, these people heard you're coming in town. What do you think they're going to be doing? Warning all your friends, be careful with this person because he borrowed money from me, never paid me. Okay, and here you are, and you're not aware of this rumor. Not rumor, it's the truth. It's spreading, and you have some people anti-campaigning for you. So then it's a struggle for you now to sign up people because there's a negative issue, and there's something that you would have to be fixing. And what's next? Letter N. Find the need. Everybody has a need. Find the need and you feed it. And it's not about giving money. Like I remember when I first met VJ, I had issues myself. My business was, whatever business I had, little business I had that time, was failing miserably, right? I had debts that I need to settle. I had a lot of issues, okay, concerning money and stuff like that. And the first thing he promised me, he said, Japa, let's do this business. And I promise that you'll be able to pay. I'll help you pay. And he did exactly that. First year of the business, I was debt-free. We paid from what I made. But he taught me how to do it, how to get rid of your debts, by paying not the whole amount right now, just 20% of whatever you make, you pay it. In 1 year, you're completely paid, whether it's credit card bills and stuff like that. But see, he saw the need. He saw what I needed, and he assured me of that. And it wasn't a false promise. He said, if you work hard from your earning, I'll teach you how to handle money. So he saw the need, what I needed the most, and he filled it up. And in talking, we get to find, those are the things we need to be finding out. And lastly, the letter G is giving. What do you give? Your time. In talking, basically, you give your time. You don't give money, but the time you give to the person you're talking to is the greatest of all values. That's how you build a relationship. So this is the principle of talking. TALKING. Timing, appreciation, listening, knowledge, integrity, need, and giving. You won't forget this, right? It's a very simple acronym, but it's full of information that could actually help you succeed in your business, because we must learn the art of communication, which entails for you to talk. So I only have 4 rules I'm going to leave you. Okay? One is you must talk always in the proper sense. Okay? Second, if the first one fails, if your talking fails, you go to rule number 2. What's rule number 2? Talk. If rule number 1 fails, what's rule number 1? What's rule number 1? Talking. So you must talk. Can you apply this rule? If rule number 1 fails, what's rule number 2? Same, talking. If rule number 2 fails, what's rule number 3? Talking. Rule number 4? In short, don't stop talking. Continuously talk, and you would see, and you'll get good at talking, and one day you'll be successful.